Everybody, welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are all doing amazing today. Let's get some music started in here. Let's see, the level's about right. That's fine. Let's go ahead and get some work done on this thing. So what I want to do first is I want to have like it's just a fun animation I'm doing. Rice Films, welcome to the stream. Glad you could drop on by. Is this your first stream? Are you getting into the vibes, stream vibes? But yeah. Anyway, I think I want to do a shot that's a little bit tighter. I have this. So we need at least 210, so that's 48/58 frames. Am I available for hire? Of course. I believe I have. Let me double check before I say it. I'm pretty sure I have. Yeah, my contact email right there. So you can look in the description if you want to reach out. Would love to talk to see what you need. Okay, so let's get real tight in here. Let's turn on the guides. Viewport display, birds in center. Something like that, maybe. Let's turn on a passport. So we have all this cool information and stuff here. I kind of want the let's see how much we have. I'm just gonna make it all its own collection. I think that'll be the best way. Front right tire. Synthesize tutorial saved my butt today. Thanks, bro. Of course, welcome YouTube to my YouTube channel. That's amazing. Yeah, no, Synthesize is great. Especially if you kind of know some hacks and stuff to it. It's fantastic. So glad it helped. Fortunately, we're not using it today in this shot, but maybe later. Tire, yeah, this model is great. It has a lot of this detail and stuff in it, so I'm excited to get some of this detail in here. Also, the music's a little bit different today. I have disabled the ads for this stream to test out some stuff. I want to like actually chill to the music, because before I was using royalty free music and it was just so mind-numbing. Because I had that royalty-free kind of vibe. What is good, Space Hunter? I'm doing amazing. How about yourself? Welcome to the stream. You've been hitting up all the streams recently, so thanks for coming. Here, so we'll do and then what I want to do is I think we can go to. Is it object animation? No, where is it? Oh, I think it's object transform, random transform. There we go. And I want to move it in the X, something like that, maybe. Let me think. I think I'm just going to extend these out manually. I don't know if I'm going to do a random transform. Because I want it to kind of like piece together nicely, and I don't think we can do that if it's not kind of. Whoopsies. Set a keyframe. That title drew me in. Car animations always awesome to make. Yeah, this is my first one doing it, so you'll have to let me know how I do. As you saw in the thumbnail, this is the lighting for now. I kind of just threw some stuff together. The only thing I have is just this car model right in the ground, pretty much. Just a few lights in the scene. Probably gonna be lighting per shot to get like some interesting effects and stuff. Okay, so like that. Hide this one for now. Just trying to get some like cool kind of look here, right? Because it's gonna like snap into place. Is this client project or own idea? This is my own idea, but I like doing just a lot of different stuff because if clients come to me, right, and they have like something like this, I like to like have examples to show them, you know? So it always kind of helps there. Let me turn the sound down, maybe. Which is but yeah, I want to talk to some clients I have here soon because I have some stuff coming up and I know them like personally, so I might be able to like work on them on stream. So if that would be cool because like I've never worked on client stuff on stream, so it could be a cool kind of dynamic of you guys actually seeing like a real shot, right? So we shall see. That is still in the works. No confirmation on even if I have the gig yet, but a boy can dream. Let's see, let's put this like here. It's like here. This stuff is less interesting. I don't know if I want to keep that in. So let's set I. Let's just see. Yeah, it looks pretty sick. Let's see if we can do like a snap. I want to do like a subtle snap. Yeah, something like that maybe. What does it look like with linear? Linear might be the way to go. So we'll set like an I keyframe here. And then I want to move it like here. Get it in that third. Yeah, perfectly in that third. I think that looks good. Let's see the animation. Linear? Looks dope. Maybe add rotation. Maybe. I could try that. It's not a bad idea. I don't like how it's phasing in on this one. Because what's the outermost thing? It's this stuff, isn't it? Let me do this. Let's see if I can separate this. There we go. What if we have it backwards? Something like that. Yeah, I think I like that better. Linear is usually too smooth. I'd make it come in quite fast and ease into the final frame with the graph editor. Maybe. This is going to be in a sequence of stuff, by the way. So like I might have another shot where it clicks into place, you know? So I might try that on the other shot, but leave this one linear for now. What I might do though, is so that it doesn't like fully click in yet by the end of this. Let me grab everything and just select all of the keyframes, move it up to like 80 maybe. Also, oh, we got something. Isaac, thank you so much. You didn't even leave a message, Isaac. Well, thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. Making your name down at the bottom. Let's see if it updated. I do want to make sure it updated. Yeah, there you go. It's working. Nice. Isaac, welcome to the stream though, bro. How are you doing today? Okay, let's maybe add some random rotation. So in this one, what we can do, let's delete the rotations. Clear keyframes. Does that apply to all of them? Clear keyframes. No, it didn't do it to all of them. That's annoying. Okay. Is there an easy way to just select the rotation of all of these? Select. Huh. I am amazing, Isaac. Just chilling today. I was doing this shot and I was like, you know what? Let's do it on stream. Why not? And so it's going to be a series of edits. I just want to be more creative again, you know, like, cause it's a little bit of a downtime here. Let me, this one, let's put out here. Let's go to the frame though. Cause I want this to be a little bit more like, you know, robotic. Be kind of cool. And then this one, we'll make it slam faster. Yeah. Okay, anyway, like I was saying, how about we just do this? Okay, so we're gonna hit KR, and then here we're gonna do object transform random. We're not gonna do the location, only the rotation. And this we're gonna do not on the X, it looks like. I think on the Y. No, not on the Y. The Z. Not on the Z. What the heck? I think some of them are what we have to do, I think, is apply rotation. So we're gonna apply rotation, and then we're gonna Did that work? Yeah. I know, but it's like rotated weird out here. You have to make math. I don't like math. Math is gross. Math is disgusting. I was always better at math and sciences. You have to make them individual origins. Well, it's not that they're they just, some of the Z values are, you know, weird. You know what I'm saying? I guess I don't have to use that random thing if it's just going to be easier to do it like this. You know, unfortunate. Or wait a minute. Is this perfectly? I don't think I rotated the thing. Let's do this. try this. Let's select this. Oh my gosh, I'm selecting everything. What is this one? That's the outer ring. Okay, so here, what I want to do is object transform random. And there's no way to like set it to world? If I do it up here, will it change? Transform, random transform. Dang, that's annoying, isn't it? Okay, well, we tried. Let's just randomize it ourselves. I'll just do some random rotation for now, and then if we have to change it. Ooh, I'll make this like go here. That'd be sick. Oh, this one's weird. Right click, origin to geometry, volume. Oh, it's gonna make the location weird, isn't it? Let's undo that. Okay, that one we'll figure out in a little bit. Keep it how it was before. Gosh, you guys are giving me... Here, we'll settle the debate. Rotation. Or wheel animation. Rotating. Just position. Okay, so vote if you think we should have the rotating or just the position. Because we are about to see the rotation. It looks stupid. Oh, what the heck is going on with this thing? Let's do linear again. This happens sometimes, I've noticed. See if this fixes it. Yeah. KR. What if this is gone? Does that look cool? Also depth of field. Let's see with some depth of field on. I haven't done lighting yet. Whoopsies. Let's see. Rotating is winning. Okay, with 4 votes. I'll leave the poll on until we're ready to make a decision. I kind of like it rotating. I want this one to be rotating. So let's do this. Set origin to volume. I here. Let's delete this one. Yeah, I kind of like it without that little hubcap thing on it. Does it look good without it just in general though? I might just remove this. I don't know, guys. I think I like it without the stupid little hubcap. It's also like a glass, which is weird. What do you think? Hubcap or not? You guys are oddly silent. Did I do something wrong? Whenever you guys are silent, it makes me think I did something wrong. Yeah, let's keep it without the hubcap. We'll put them into it their own thing, so you don't want to be destructive. Hub. Hopefully that is a hubcap. I'm not a car guy. Leave them caps on the back or front. Maybe. I don't know, I just feel like they kind of get in the way. It is clear, so it's not terrible. Can I make this red? Car guys, you car guys out there, can I make this red? Because I feel like they're always red. Whoops, that's world. Makes that red as well. And like more things red. I think the McLaren Speedo has it that way too, maybe. Let's see. Because what is this car? I think it's just a prototype car. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not a car guy. What's going on over here? That's just the camera. Barracuda? Is that a real car? Anybody? I'm pretty sure it's a mega yellow. Yeah, the car color isn't decided yet. Let's see. McLaren Speed Tail. Yeah, on just the front. This little thing. I don't know. I kind of hate the way that one looks. How it's like solid and stuff. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't know. I'll keep it for now. I think lighting will decide. Brake calipers are colored sometimes. Yeah. But do we want to make it colored for this one? That's the question. Also, let's see what went one. Looks like rotating has one. Also, what color for the car? I'll start that poll because that'll be a more decision. Car color. So we got like a blue, or I'll say like a teal because I want to like a lighter blue. Red. We got like orange, yellow, and like we'll do a crazy color. I can only do 4. Dang. I feel like that's a pretty good spread. Also, Matt, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's light this scene. One shot lighting. Oh, I could die. Okay. I know I want it super contrasty, this whole kind of animation and stuff. Yeah, so for super contrasting lighting, I just like using area lights. I just find that they work so much better than like spotlights and stuff like that. And so just decreasing the spread gives like a pretty nice result. Let's see. We can even animate the light a little bit if we wanted to. And then I can set a light group as well. Do that. Light linking. Whoops. There we go. Just so it's not like illuminating the ground back here. I don't know if I want that. Let's do something like this and then... Nah. Why is this so light? Let's make it a little bit more gray. Set this to like light linking as well. Yeah, I'll separate them out. Maybe a color key light behind the wheels? Maybe. We can test it. I don't know if I want to do too much color lighting wise. Yeah, I just don't know. His friend. Let's do like a see if we can get like a car reflection. Okay, let's see what you guys are thinking color-wise. Okay, we're in a three-way tie. Very nice, everybody. Make sure to go vote. I think if you're watching on phone, I can't remember how you can get to the... Yeah, I don't know if you... I don't know how to get to the poll if you're on the phone. I'd have to look into that, why it's not showing on the phone. On. Nothing good happens past 2 a.m. And let's put our focus on this thing. Let's make sure I selected the right one. This. What's that? 2.8. Make sure this thing's black. Yeah, I don't like how light that thing is. Let's turn it down just ever so slightly more. And this thing as well. If I turn denoise off, it'll go. Ah, look how beautiful that is. Let's render it real quick. I want to see what passes we're getting. Anybody else got anything exciting they're working on? While that's rendering out, I can show, if you want to see anything, like all my streams, if you have something you want to see, you can pop it on over to Work Showcase and pop it on over here. Let's see, what did Dark Star? I'm gonna say that's a not a good message. Yep. Let's get Dark Star out of here. Sorry, Dark Star, if you're watching. Man, freaking spam. There you go. Don't click on links. Anyway, like I was saying before we got interrupted, come over here to the Work Showcase. You can send anything that you want. And also, if you want feedback as well, we offer some feedback, either me or some other people. If you have anything over here that you want to see. Amazing community. I'd love to see some people join the stream. The stream link is in the description of this live stream. Okay, a few things I noticed. Let's see. Let's throw a subdivision on this guy. I might finagle this light back here as well. We're going to be doing compositing too, so I'm like not too pressed on like nailing the look in Blender, but as close as we can get it, I think is always nice. Okay, so that's our color. Then we got gloss and transmission. Look at that. I want to break up transmission. Let's see. No, not really. I don't think we need it. So I am going to break up glossy though. Glossy is the one that always kind of has the most finagling for car stuff that we can do. But I think diffusion I'll just leave as is. Try to model Guitar Hero guitar, but that failed terribly. So now I'm doing a donut. Nice. Everybody starts somewhere. The donut tutorial is living on. I will say I have never made the donut tutorial. I know that might be a shocker to some of you guys, but yeah. Never made it. That was before my time when I was learning, or after my time, I should say. He hadn't made that tutorial series yet. But yeah, no, it's a great great kind of first steps into it. I was even thinking of doing a follow-up video, be like the donut like after the donut, right? So like you guys make your donut with his tutorial, and specifically to visual effects and stuff, because like you can learn everything you want, but like specifically for visual effects is like really where it matters. Of course, if you're wanting to do visual effects. Okay, let's finagle around with this lighting. I'm not like in love with it. What if we make it more like this? Do I want like a harsh do I want that harsh light there? I think it detracts. I'm going to take it away. And let's bring this down by half. They're blown out a little bit up there. And these guys, let's increase some of these. These are our spec hits, I think. Yeah, let's get another one in here because I don't. I just think we need to illuminate it a little bit more. Yeah, something like that, maybe. Ah, let's see. The poll, you guys have chosen teal. Nice. Teal is the winner. Let's see, teal hex code. Let's try plugging this in and just going from there. Because it's kind of already teal. Let's throw in a, let's just turn on this to see. I also want to test to see about this. Is if I should do that as well. Oh, it also changes that. Interesting. I'm just trying to see if I like the front like this, you know? What does it look like with it on the rim too? Because that could be kind of cool. So many decisions. Why is this like super because of this light I added? Maybe we can dial this in just for this shot. Just specular maybe. Let's just go to I'm just going to reset this to the black color. Like a very... If we can just get this tire, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see if I can. Make that a little bit bigger, maybe. This guy. Let's turn this off. Just see. Yeah, something like that, maybe. Let's render this out. Let's see. Give me your notes. I need your notes, chat. Be as brutal as you want to. I used After Effects a lot when I was younger. That's nothing wrong with After Effects when you're starting out. I think if you can learn Nuke and stuff like that, it'll really, like, you know, you can get a lot more gigs and stuff in the real world. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with learning After Effects. It teaches you a lot of the basics, right? So, I mean, and like, you know, CG or compositing artists don't like to say this, but After Effects has its uses, right? Like I still use it a lot of times for like let's see, I use it for like the rotobrush tool for core matte, right? I never use it for the edge matte or anything like that, but like a good core matte stuff like that, if I just need something quick and dirty, if I need like certain shots with motion graphics are better, right? And so there's still uses for it, so don't let anybody tell you that After Effects is just nothing. Let's see, I saw this thing down here had like a little bit of jaggedness, so I think we can get some of that out. And yeah, I think that this shot's pretty good. Of course, I'm gonna go into Nuke, which actually I can do now. I forgot about that. So let's see, it's this thing down here. Let's see this. Sweet, I think that's pretty good. Let's throw it to Nuke real quick and see. I think a thin teal line on rims would look cool. Thin teal line. We're at on the rim. Thin teal line on the rim. We're at like here on this part of the rim. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a shot out. What if I I gotta stop messing around with the light. I'm having too much fun. I move this a little bit over here. Nah, I like the contrast. Let's set the render settings up. I think this is a little too long, so I'm gonna divide it by 2. And we don't need a denoise. Light paths are looking good. I don't have any excuse me, caustics on. Do I even need it? See a little bit boost down here. I could do without. I'm just gonna leave fast GI approximation off. Motion blur, almost forgot that. That would have been bad. And then persistent data is on. I am working in ACES, by the way. I don't know if I rims with red line. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I can maybe try that. Let's see. So you said a ventil line. Is it over? Let's see. Is it over the whole side of it? Oops, I don't want to buy it. Let's try just doing these 2. Something like that, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, that looks cool, actually. Good suggestion. Nice. Is it on these ones as well? Yeah, before I forget, let's go ahead and just do it to the rest of them. Because I'm definitely going to forget. Let's name it. Whoopsies. Then lock. There. There we go. From Brazil, I like your video. Thanks. Of course. Thank you, Anderson, and welcome. Welcome to the stream. It's okay that you don't speak English. I appreciate the kind words regardless. Okay. Let me see. I do have a panoramic camera. I want to see if I can push because we're tighter in now. Push K. Nah. Yeah, just adding some lens distortion. Looks cool. Okay, let's set up this to render and bring it into Nuke. Wow, output. DXR multilayer, DWAA. Videos. Okay, so we're gonna go here to wheel close up. Oh no, I capitalized that. And then we're gonna do V1 CG underscore. Okay, so we're just gonna maintain the diffusion. I don't think we need to separate that out. We're gonna do all the gloss passes separate, and then the transmission. Yeah, there's no point in doing the transmission separate. And we'll do ambient occlusion. Always gonna have that. Any other things I want to turn on? Let's see. I don't think so. Do we have any emission? Here, let's just check real quick before I render this out and realize we have emission. I turned the headlights and the rear lights off for this shot. Pedal down. Anybody posting anything on finished work showcase? Look at this awful shot. Yeah, this is one of the admins. Yeah, look at the repeating texture, you know, and laugh. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I thought he had like a tractor in here at one point. I don't know what happened to that. Can't remember. But yeah, go ahead and join the Discord. We need everybody. We just got to 400 members, so we're trying to do 500. We got to get there soon, or my admins will burn me alive. Sweet. Looks good. Let's denoise. And then also options CPU to GPU. Then there's a thing that I saw one of the admins linked to me where it was like you can open image denoise inside of Nuke. It's a very work in progress thing. I wasn't able to get it to work. But that would be amazing to be able to just not have to do all the denoise inside of Blender since it's so slow. Okay, let's name some of these. Diff loss direct. Loss indirect, loss color. What else we got? We got transmission, and then AO. I think that's it. Let's check the environment is just black and mission is black. Nice. Do we need to do the alpha? No, we do not. I always forget to do the alpha for some reason when doing this stuff. Ah, shoot. I deleted one too many. Let's see. This is trans. All that stuff is right. This is diffusion. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Oh, weird. I deleted the top one. Sorry if it's lagging, by the way. Discord link not working. What the heck? Why is it not working? It should be working. Can somebody else test it on their end to see? Or double check on your end? Because it worked on my thing. Are you going in the description? That night is playing tricks on our heart, eyes own eye. Okay, let's render this out and open up Nuke. Well, that's loading. I have to reset some of my parameters. Let's see. We're gonna float the plane. Where'd that go? Reset work. That was weird. Yeah, so here's usually how I like to set this stuff up. I like to have the dope sheet and the curve editor over here. And then this will close the plane. Maybe that's what I did, close it instead of. Okay, so something like this, I think. I can't remember exactly how I set it up, but save workspace Jacob. Yeah, I just checked it, Rajan, and it seemed fine. So, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, shoot. Let's see. This is on my this is on my NAS. And so I have to, I forget how to access the NAS through here. That's right. Once in your life. How do you access the how do you access the network files? What the heck? There we go. Lost that. There we go. Okay. Abstract. Welcome, welcome. What's the best render engine do you think displays more realistic look? Cycles, V-Ray, or Arnold? I don't have any experience with V-Ray or Arnold. I know they are used extensively in the industry, so I would assume that they're better. I've used Octane, and Octane has more realistic kind of, you know, look to it, but renders a little bit slower in my experience. Also, I'm just used to cycles so much, so it'd be so hard for me to go outside of that. Now, if you're using cycles, I highly recommend you do ACES, because it helps a ton, especially in VFX. So we'll come here. $24 there, color. So yeah, we gotta go to ACES 2.1 or 1.2, and then we're gonna shuffle on this stuff. We'll go to diffusion. And then our gloss passes, and then our transmission pass. Daily. Gloss direct. Gloss indirect. Gloss color. Transmission. There we go. Diff. Gloss dir. Gloss ender. Gloss cull. And then trans. Yeah, so if you don't know what I'm doing the multipass compositing workflow. I explain it. I try to explain it as much as I can. Every stream I do it because it's a very useful thing. But if you search up Blender cycles formula, cycles is basically using this calculation to get the combined pass, right? So if we can break this stuff into its like root objects and stuff, we have a lot more control in compositing. And so I did the diffusion and the transmission already inside of Blender. That's why I plussed it and then multiplied it by the color. But glossy we're doing inside of Nuke just to have a lot more kind of control over it inside of Nuke. So hopefully that explains a little bit of why we're doing the things that we're doing. Thanks for the sub, C-Tib. Let's do car. See how to name this. Car. We'll just do one. Comp. B1. Because this is the first shot. I'm just gonna name it like that. So we plus and then multiply the color. So we gotta set this to multiply. There we go. Yeah, so now we have that combined and then we just add the others together. So plus this with the diffusion. And in theory, once we add the transmission, it should look the exact same as it did inside of Blender. There we go. So this and let's double check the color. So this and this. Yeah, pretty much. The only thing that we do have to change is change this, I believe, to Ace's CG. And then this to Rex 709 question mark. Because I do want to render in Rex 709. It seems like what's going on here? It does look like slightly different, but I think that's fine. Yeah, because of the fall off here. What is that? Let's go into compositing and see. Once again. Let's look at the gloss direct. Yeah, that looks right. I think. Okay, I think that's fine. And then real quickly, because I like doing this, we're gonna do some grain. I don't have DAS grain actually. That's annoying. Let me think. I can get it real quick from my other PC. We'll do that later. And nice work. I really like your 3D content recently. Awesome. Thank you, LOL. How's the animation coming along? Oh, it's going amazing. You don't see it? I'll show you. Just your eyes only, though. So we got something like this, you know. Oh, this little bit's not rotating. There we go. That looks dope. Yeah. How it's looking so far. I'm gonna need a hook hand. Okay. I can maybe subdivide that. Out for my eye patch. Am I already subdividing it though? I feel like that's the one I am. Not. Would you look at that? Oh, that kind of did nicely. Didn't mess up our thing though. No, not really. Yeah, but the nice thing about this too is if we wanted to, I could like, let's see, this is in gloss though, right? Color. It's kind of in everything, isn't it? So what I could do is just for the gloss, this isn't a great, not correct. I always forget shift. So if we wanted to, we can change the color of the thing after the fact, you know? It needs to be transmission as well. So if we wanted it pink, you know, now we have pink. That's the power of multipass compositing. Okay, let's do some grading now. Let's see what this is. This is just the ground. Yeah. Kind of like it darker so it, like, you know, hides that. Pirate, I'll never be. Let's decrease the gain and increase the gamma. Decrease the gamma. Kind of like that, actually. That's kind of sexy. And then we'll increase the gain on the indirect. Ah, I don't like that. Here, let's undo some stuff. Undo that. Just add some contrast, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I want to make, okay, I might make this black because this is kind of like too much. That song is so stupid, but great at the same time. Let's boost the saturation. It's like, I really want these bits to kind of like bust out. Do 6 maybe? Is that too much? No, I don't think so. And then over here, we can also affect the color. Or PC specs. This PC I have is a 5090 Ti, and then or 5090 Ti. Dang, I don't even make that yet. 5090, and then 285K I think is how Intel is doing their stupid naming conventions now. I wonder if we can bump this. Let's get a little bit into color though. I'll bump it a little bit. Yeah, so this is how you can like really fine tune it, right? So like we went from this to like that. So just adding a little bit more kind of like whoop there and like a little beep over here, you know, and like a little whoop. Oh, we're clipping a little bit. What is that from? Let's see if I clamp, maybe. Does that look? Let's go into saturation. Let's maybe try on the gain instead. Yeah, I think that's better. Must be pricey. I was even lucky to get it, let me tell you. And it's just for my business, right? Like, so I have 2 PCs now. And you know, It's really just because I needed to have another one so that like if something's rendering right, I can still work. That was basically what I was running into. Opportunity costs were going down. Okay, and then transmission, I think we can maybe bump a little bit too. Make it a little bit like that, and a little bit like... We'll make it a little bit lighter, I think. What happens if we decrease the lift? Ah, that looks bad. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we can do. I didn't like that. I like that, I think. What if we tint this a little bit? I feel like that's a little better. This is still bothering me a little bit. Ever use Substance Painter? Substance Painter. I tried learning it. I never used it in my own workflow because like when I do models and stuff like that, I just hire people if I need a good model and stuff, right? Or just use assets if I can get away with it, you know? So that's like, that sector of stuff is like the one sector I don't really touch, right? Because like, I know it will take me so long to learn it to the level that I need, you know what I'm saying? So I'd much rather just hire specialists in that, so. Dang, I have all my cool gizmos and stuff not downloaded yet. Let me see if I can do that real quick. So hold on, everybody. Going on to my other PC. I love animated cars. Sent some in the server. Ooh, I will check it out once I'm back. Rajan. Lionheart, how hard would you say would be to learn Nuke? Also, any course or tutorial would you recommend this? I am just the course for you. If you check out my website, jacobzirkle.com, I have a couple courses. There are plenty of courses online as well. If you just specifically want to learn Nuke, like Rebel Way is a great one, but that one's like $600, stuff like that. So my courses are definitely cheaper and stuff, but if you want to stick away from courses and learn it all for free, just do your own work and like learn on YouTube and stuff like that. There are some great kind of free things out there. Of course, you're going to learn a little bit slower on like YouTube and stuff like that compared to a course. That's why courses are pretty great most times. But I wouldn't say it's too hard. If you know new nodes and stuff, it makes it a little bit easier is also what I would say, you know? So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question a little bit. Workshare. Okay. Let's go back over here. Okay. When I do hire, when I do models, I hire people. That's hilarious. Yeah. I mean, it's great, right? Like, that's the whole point of this thing, right? Is like, I have my specialties and stuff like that. And I have specialties that aren't that great. So it's like the balancing act. Let's see if we can make this blown out bit a little bit less. Oh, I like that much better. Maybe a little bit too much though. Something like that. Yeah, nice. What do you think about Houdini? Everybody been talking about it, how it does everything. Oh, Houdini's great. It's industry standard. The only reason I don't use it is because I didn't grow up with it, right? So it'd be a lot for me to learn as right now. And also, like, I'm my own freelance artist, right? So like when I get hired and stuff, I'm pretty much only doing compositing, right? Or if I do a shot, I'm pretty much, you know, everything of that shot, right? And for that, Blender's fine. So, but I wish I had the money to buy and learn Houdini. But yeah. Okay, let's I have a NAS, and doing NAS stuff is great, especially for needing to transfer over files fast. Okay, so I have a lot of gizmos in here. Let's just bring all the gizmos over. Gizmo. Gizmos, if you don't know, are just oh, did I move it? Okay. I think it's fine. Okay. Anyway, gizmos, if you don't know, are just things that you can get off Nukepedia. Oh, and actually, Nukepedia just got updated, I heard. So I have to check that out to see. Any Nuke users in chat? How many Nuke people do we have in here? Nuke and compositing will change your life, I'm telling you guys. The one thing I always see is people don't composite. Let's skip this one. Let's do random shuffle. I said F the music rights. I turned off monetization, so hopefully it's a better experience for you guys. So let me know if it is. Installed and uninstalled. Windows Live Movie Maker. Funny story about Windows Live Movie Maker. I used that a ton when I was first getting into YouTube, and this was like, you know, 12 plus years ago and all this, right? So like this was a while ago. And so I was editing it and stuff like that, and then just, you know, all of a sudden it stopped doing service, right? Like it went out. I don't know if it's they brought it back or whatever, but yeah, it went out, and that devastated me because that was like the only machine I could run or program I could run on my system at the time. I had like a 2-core system, and so like Premiere couldn't run. DaVinci Resolve wasn't in my kind of wheelhouse at the time. I don't even know, when did DaVinci Resolve even exist? It might not even existed back then. I don't even know. 2004. Okay, yeah, it did. I just hadn't heard of it. This was back when I like didn't even know I wanted to be in film, right? Or like do visual effects and stuff. But yeah, and so I had to use, I tried Sony Vegas as well with a trial version, and yeah, all of it just sucked. And so I ended up like finding a hack way to get Movie Maker. So yep. What is this? Black Magic Design. Oh. Resolve Render. Huh. Did you look at that? I don't remember seeing that before. Okay, do we have Daz Grain and stuff in now? Did I update it? I might need to there we go. So anyway, like I was saying before, Daz Grain is kind of like the industry standard way to do noise and stuff. What I have been doing recently. Oh shoot, is that on the other PC as well? It better not be. Assets. Dang, brothers. Here, wait a minute. Let's see real quick. Yeah, dang. It's on the other PC. Let me go grab that. BRB again. You can stare at the blank screen. I also need to get a KVM. KVM would be so nice, and a capture card, because like ideally, you guys could see both screens on stream, but just unfortunately, that's not how I have it set up for now. which I know is a little annoying for like situations like this, but we will figure it out together. Let's see, assets. Let's see, where would that be? I literally just used it the other day. I'm gonna go launch Nuke on this. What do you think of the Minecraft? Maybe I have not. Surprisingly, I have not seen it yet. I know that might be a shocker. But, you know, I love a good Minecraft. Everybody, how many people see assets grain? I knew it was in there. Why didn't I see it? I'm dumb. Sorry. Dummy. Yeah, I'm slowly migrating stuff over to the my workshare thing. Which let me check that real quick before I come back here. Can you guys hear the music when I'm on this other PC? That's my question for you guys. Why is the NAS taking a while? Okay, here. Got that for now. You can? Okay, that's good. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm back. So if we go to assets, should have a grain folder here now. Yeah, there we go. Been through the morning after. Okay, so we have should have two inside of here. What is this? Delete that. There we go. I was like struggling trying to see that. Okay, yeah, so this is a shot I downloaded. Shout out to Film Alliance. Hopefully they're cool with this. They have some great free downloads to test out some footage and stuff like that. I'm not using any of the footage. I'm just ripping the grain off of it. And so we get real world kind of footage grain, right? So just makes it so much better. So anyway, we have the, this is the grainy plate. So this goes into plate, and then we have the non-grainy plate, which goes into the degrain plate. I'm just going to add a reformat node to both of these so that, because I do believe they have to be the same resolution as the render, right? So should just stretch it out just ever so slightly. Let's see. Yeah, it just brings it in like that, so we're not losing data or crushing the grain. That's very important too. But anyway, we'll come here and analyze. It'll go through all of its magic and rip the grain out. And then if we zoom right on in here, we should see that we now have grain. It might be hard for you guys to see on stream, but we do have some grain here now, and it's moving grain, and it's realistic, and it's great. Let's go ahead, and also you can replace it to scatter it, right? Because like we don't want like some of these patterns and stuff. Like there's some pattern of this like kind of, you know, side here. So instead what we can do, we have a little gray patch here. Always try to get like gray. Try to avoid like very brights or very darks if you can. Oh my gosh, here, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. Somebody just knocked on the door. Very interesting. So anyway, go ahead and bring it in here to the gray. Like that. There we go. And we'll bring it over here. And yeah, so just remove some of that kind of pattern and stuff. So yeah, now we have actual photo grain and it is moving grain, which is nice. So as you can see right there. And yeah. Now it did reset our grain range, which I always hate that it does that. So do 1 to, I think it was like 58 or something like that. But yeah, there you go. And then K Lens Engine is another one that I like to add sometimes. We want to do grain at the very, very end of it, right? So we'll do grain after the, we're going to add some bloom and stuff to it, so. Enable that, because it's supposed to be, this node is supposed to be used for like lens flares and stuff. But I don't like having lens flares in mine. You know, so you have the flare position there. We'll go to here, center frame bloom. We'll disable that. So it's audible. Is this a personal project? This is. So this is not for a client. Yo, thumbnail caught me. That's your actual one of my car designs. That's actually one of my. Oh, that's sick. You your car designs. Did you upload it? I got it from Production Creator. So this is yours? Right here? I'm trying to see if there's a... That's super cool if it is. Nice. The Barracuda. I love it. It's great. All the little detail and stuff like here is really making this shot, so amazing. Okay, anyway, we'll go to the lens effects. We gotta shift the chroma shift. I might divide this by 2 and do the green. Let's see that. Sometimes recently I've been not loving doing it. Yeah, so just adding a tiny bit. Yeah, right here is like chromatic aberration and stuff. Yeah, it was a client project. How funny. Did you know the client was Production Crate? Or like how, I guess, let me ask you, how does that stuff work? I know you might be under NDA and stuff like that, but like, I'm just curious how it comes from like what you do to going on Production Crate. And it doesn't say your name anywhere, does it? But yeah, super nice model. What's your Instagram? Yeah. Join the Discord too. You gotta join the Discord. I want to see some of your stuff. Show and like finish work, showcase, and like your self promo and stuff. I want to see your guys' stuff. We're at 404 members. Nice. Trying to get to 500 by the end of the month, let's say. That's a stretch goal. Okay, let's do some bloom. Yeah, I kind of want subtle. Let's divide this by 2. Yeah, so just a little bit of bloom. Yeah, let's do a little bit more. Yeah, really right here and stuff, you're getting a lot of... This is This is the part that I think a lot of people mess up, and it makes it super, super realistic. So. Wonder if we can. I've always been curious about this. If you could grade this side, it's like grade the gamma or something. Nah, it's not looking like it. Because I was gonna say if we can add more grain into it. I think you can maybe adjust the grain inside of here. Let's see. I don't think I've ever done this before. Yeah, there's not a lot of grain. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Yeah, it's like super subtle, isn't it? Let's analyze it again. I do have another footage I can maybe use as well if I want more grain. I knew it was render create. The rights to sell the model are theirs, but the design right is to me. Oh, that's super sick. Oh yeah. Sorry, Rajan. I forgot about seeing your stuff. This right here. Let's see it. Ah, super sick. Got the suspicion and everything. Yeah, I'm just now getting into kind of the car world and stuff. But explain this shot. I'm assuming Blender. I think if you got the grass to blow subtly in the wind, it would have sold it so much. But super good camera work and suspension and stuff like that. What's that? Isn't there an add-on that can do like suspension and stuff for you? 1650, that's insane. Yeah, Blender. What'd you do for your compositing then? Did you just do Blender Compositor? Because if so, it's pretty good. Let's dial this in a little bit more. Launch control, yeah. I think that's the add-on, right? We can maybe try to experiment around with some do I have this work share? I think I have it on the other one. Yeah, I gotta organize all this stuff. I went through a huge like data reorganization thing. Yeah, we can maybe try it. I downloaded some for the last project I did. Let's see where that is. Let's see if I can just rip some of these lens and bokeh and this. I think it's just the, what is this one? No. Yeah, let's just try ripping this to the other one. WebP, no. Okay, let's go in here. Paint.net, don't judge that I use Paint.net. Certain people in our community shame Paint.net. I think it should not be shamed. It's the best. And they're just jealous that they don't know paint.net. There's one more buggy animation. Let's check it. Super sick. I think the only criticism I have is I think you're falling a little bit into the trap of the glare node kinda being a little tiny bit too much. You know, I can't zoom in, I don't think. But like right here, there's like some weird halation that wouldn't be there normally, right? So I think that's my only critique. And you see a lot of beginners overdo bloom. But other than that, it looks pretty great. Yeah, like right here, it's a big kind of, where is it? Yeah, right here in the back, a big telltale sign for like halation and stuff. So if you can avoid kind of the overexposed bloomy look, right? Bloom is very like to taste, right? People say Blender is an industry standard, but Flow maybe got Oscar and it was made in Eevee. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about when people say industry standard, right? When you talk about like industry standard, like so many programs are used in every single industry, right? That like Blender is never going to be the one, right? Like Houdini's industry standard for kind of rendering, simulation and stuff like that, but it's not industry standard for some other stuff, right? So I think it's like it's a balance. So like, yeah, I mean, stuff doesn't have to be industry standard either, yeah, is what I would say. You know, as long as you get the results out of it, you know, it doesn't matter what program. Now, I will say industry standard software is better if you are looking to get jobs and stuff, right? And so that's the one time where I think industry standard does matter, is if you're like actively searching for jobs, right? See if Gaussian better now. And so yeah. But yeah, because like I know industry standard in the motion graphics industry and stuff is like Cinema 4D and After Effects, right? But in visual effects, it's Nuke and Houdini and Maya, stuff like that, right? So it's like it's different based on what industry, because like there are so many industries out there that use different things. I don't know why it's being weird today, selecting all that stuff. Anyway, instead of doing over, we'll do a grade. And just grade the game. Maybe gamma, we'll see. Yeah, when I come over here and hit A and stuff or whatever, it's not doing anything. It's like my cursor is like still over here. Is that a new thing that they added? No, it's just being weird, isn't it? No. They did it again. That's weird. That's a weird glitch. Will improve. Thanks, Jacob. Of course. You got this. You're already like amazing, and you're on a 1650. That's insane. Just multiply it. What is going on, Kareem? We shall see, Cream. Because I want to... Oh, yeah. I was getting to that. Sorry. I was brain farting because I can't think. Scale this down. Like that. Let's see. Oh. That is so annoying. Is that a new like 16 feature or something? Okay. Anyway, I might mirror. Be struck by. Let's do this. Let's reformat it. Yeah, and it's set to width. And let's mirror this. Is this tile? No. No, it doesn't. Yeah, let's try the other one as well. This one we'll just screen on. I just want to see what the effect looks like first. Yeah, just something super subtle. That's even too much. We'll divide it by 2. We'll do like a 0.05. Yeah, so just like a little like lens dirt and stuff down here. And a little like kind of flare over here, which I don't mind. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll just keep it on screen. And this, we'll divide this by 2. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, let's on and off everything to make sure I'm not like overdoing it. I'm overdoing the bloom. So like, yeah, bloom is one of those things that like I even overdo sometimes still. And I have to self-correct. Yeah, that's good. What's making our bounds bigger? Add a reformat node on this. There we go. There we go. So yeah, so just with, we'll see before and after, just so you guys can see what we're working with. So here's before and after. Isn't that crazy? I love compositing. I know I say that all the time, but compositing's great. Compositing's fantastic. Don't do it with a gray node, just put it over the CG and make it multiply operation. Oh wait, you're blurring with convolve, it's kind of annoying. No, I'm not doing convolve or whatever, but I mean, I can try doing the multiply thing if you want me to, but like, I don't know. I always find this method is kind of better to get it like very precise, but I can try it just for you. Would it be a multiply or a Interesting. Interesting. I can multiply that, and then could I plus it back over? Plus. It's not in the areas that I would expect, though. It's the only thing. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep it, but thanks for the suggestion. I lost the one that's over here. Can't remember. What we could try to do real quick is merge mirror again. Oh my gosh, come on now. And we'll do it horizontally. Something like that maybe. Let's see this. See if that's too much. Let's add a little bit to the lift. Yeah, see, Cream, I just like having the control over in certain areas, you know? And then we'll decrease it in the gain. Ever so slightly. Maybe the gamma will increase in the gamma. And decrease it in the... It's finicky, huh? Yeah, I think that's fine. I want to see what exponential glow looks like. Someday when you're gone, I crash my car into the bridge. Whoops, make gamma. Different road, I'm in the Milky Way. So if we do something like this and then plus it back on, here we'll do it before the this thing. I'm just kind of playing around now. You know, just a nice little hint. Do I like that? Do I not like that? What do I like? That's not bad. I'll keep it for now. Oh, thanks for the sub, Firebreaker. I think I missed that. Okay. But yeah, I'll keep that for now. We'll see. Oh, we have two things going. What's going on? Okay. Yeah, something like that maybe. So yeah, again, let's do the fun thing. Just make sure we're not pushing anything too much. So before and then after, massive difference. And then color, we'll even push it a little bit more. Sweet. Let's go ahead and write this out. And I might call it a stream there. Thank you, Kareem. Should I want to make this a little bit lighter in Blender. Let's do this. What frame are we on? 34. I want to make this just a hair lighter. Something like that, maybe. Let's just render this out real quick and see. Also, what's our render time? 1 minute per frame? We could probably do a little bit better than that. Come down here. Volume we don't need at all. This is stuff I can get away with 3, I think. Yeah, so usually when I'm deciding pass, we are getting something there. Yeah, so usually when I'm... Did this one have it? Let's see. I did. Yeah, so I turned it up to a max number, and then I just turned it back off, right? And so now I know I am losing some stuff. So we got to figure out what this is. I think it's transmission. Yeah, so transmission needs to be 4. It looks like. Yeah, so let's do that same thing again. So change it all the way up. Then Control Z. Okay, looks like we're getting like something here. I think that's glossy. And transparent, maybe. No, we're still missing something. Yeah, so we'll just bump this up to 6, seems to fix it. Let's double check again. Bump it all the way up. Undo. Yeah, I don't see a difference. I think we're good there. Make sure we have transparent data on. Or not transparent, persistent data. Yep. 2, 4, yep. Check settings. And then over here, we're on GPU compute experimental. Why are we on experimental? Oh, we got something. Uh-oh. What do we get? I'm so bad with this stream setup. Sorry. Ah. Let's see. I'll just watch it on the live thing. Oh, we got a sub. Thank you to whoever just subbed. I'm not gonna try to pretend to say that. But welcome. Oh, let's render. Oh, that's looking good. Hey yo. And the reason I'm keeping it at a high sample count for 4K. Let's see, yeah, we're at 1,000. Is that the most of our render time is going to denoising now. Again, I hate that, right? Like I wish GPU denoising was great for multipass stuff, but we have to use the node instead of over here. Right, and the node I think doesn't have GPU support yet, which absolutely just blows. I hate that. Don't call me on that. It might use it, but like I don't see anything in here to choose one or the other. So if it doesn't have a choice, usually it's CPU, right? And so yeah. And also the bokeh. Sorry, I forgot what I was going to say. The bokeh in the back, right? There's a lot of noise here, and so the more samples we can give the bokeh, the better it always does in Blender. So just keep that in mind if you're ever doing your own stuff. Oh, let's reload this. So I changed it for some other stuff too. Let's go back here. I didn't realize that some of the materials were connected. Yeah, so we'll put it here. And then for this one, we'll make it its own material and boost this one down. There we go. Just a little bit, maybe not that much. Something like that. Let's render this one out. See how this looks. Are product animations coming soon? I don't know. I've already done product animations. I've never showed it because I'm not that great at it yet. Product animations, the thing about product animations is it's a lot of motion graphic stuff. So like you got your geometry nodes, stuff like that, but it's also like complex lighting setups. Like here's the thing about products and stuff like that. And if anybody in the chat does product animation and stuff like that, they're very, very particular on exactly how the product looks, right? Like they want the colors to match exactly the hex code sometimes and all that stuff or whatever. It's just so mind-numbing to deal with product animations compared to like food advertising and stuff like that, right? So try to me. Oh, we also have ambient occlusion. I can try to do some ambient occlusion stuff real quick too. I totally forgot about that. There we go. Yeah, because I was missing some of the highlight and stuff up here. Because I think some of this reflection stuff might be that. I don't know. But that looks better to me. Let's also do this. Shuffle. And we'll come over here to AO. Ah, that's so annoying. I hope that it's just like a weird issue right now and not that they changed it like that. Because that is very annoying. Okay, anyway. So like here, we'll place a grade here. Place the ambient occlusion up here. And what we have to do, since the ambient occlusion isn't alpha based, it's RGB based, right? We'll have to shuffle the red into the alpha channel. So that's why Nuke is so powerful, guys. Like, just the way you can work is great. And then we might need to invert it as well. Because usually what you would do with the AO pass would be to multiply it, right? But I don't want to multiply it. If you can grade it, I think grade's better. Is it even doing like anything that I want? Let's invert it. Okay. I mean, this gets a little bit more into color correction, I guess. You know, so just adding some contrast to it. I kind of like it. Is it gaining too much though? And we have a super harsh highlight up here. Kind of annoying. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. We'll go into color now. And then call it a day. We've done a lot for this shot. Go in here. Renders, we're gonna go to comp. We're just gonna start naming them 1 for the shot number. E1.exr. Whoa. And then we'll come do DWAA. And someone new. This is CG. There we go. And then let's go into DaVinci. Looking from Uzbekistan. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. Let's go to here. And comp here. And then we do have to go to File, Project Settings, Color Management. Go changes to ACES CC, ACES 1.2. Output transform is going to be a Rec 709. Hit save, and then we'll come here and we got to do a ACES input transform. We're going to do color space transform to ACES CG, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Let's just double check, do a quick double check, and yep, looks like the colors are matching. Sweet. And we'll do a quick color. Oh, let's set the timeline settings to be do I just want to leave it bars there? Yeah, let me test something. I actually don't know. If I do the lift, does it do the whole image? No. Okay, then that's fine. Okay, yeah, let's just do a quick color grade because I want to boost, not the gain. I think the gain's fine. I want to boost the gamma a little bit. Maybe the saturation just ever so slightly down. Nah, that looks bad. Anything that you never, because I like the color of this, you know. So it's like tough to want to do anything to it. We'll bump the lift up, and let's do a subtle. Do an S curve. Do some mid detail at the beginning. Just a little bit. Not too much. Like 30. I think we are clipping some stuff, so let's bring this just slowly back down. Yeah, like the light is pretty good. This is why doing aces inside of Blender from the get like helps so much. Will this stream be preserved? Of course. I keep all my streams on the channel after the fact. There are only a few that I disable, but that's usually for other reasons. This one I'm pretty sure I'm just going to leave on. Okay, I want to change the blue hue a little bit. Make it a little bit less saturated and a little bit... Maybe just a little bit towards like dark blue. Yeah, I think that's cool. I want to see about adding halation. I don't think it's going to look that great, but you don't know until you try. Yeah, it's kind of doing some weird stuff, isn't it? Where's the spread? Yeah, look at that. What does glow look like? Because glow and halation nodes inside of Studio is actually pretty good. I always like playing around with it. Just to add a little bit oomph, you know? Just a little bit. Yeah, literally just up here. I think that's fun. Kind of like it. See about halation though. I'm kind of on the fence of it. What do you guys think? Halation? No halation. It's super, super like tight. A little bit larger, a little bit less. Something like that maybe. Yeah, I could live with that. That's more tasteful, I think. Yeah, I have to see it in motion too. So yeah, I think this is reading much, much better up here. You know, instead of like this solid kind of ugly line or whatever, it's like actually falling off nicely now. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Let me see this glow. Yeah, we're adding a lot of layers of glow. It seems like this is a little bit too big, so I think that's our Nuke. We had this little thing. I think if we decrease this by half, that'll help me. Let's see real quick. Replace. We're gonna go here, here, here. Of course, that broke everything. What is that breaking? Gotta be something in color, right? Dang, I keep going Blender. Yeah, why what's going on? This is weird. Let's get out of here. I don't know what's going on. Why, like, all of a sudden it's like not working. Dang, Jacob actually looks good. Maybe you need to rethink the VFX. Whatever. I can do everything, okay? There's not one thing I can't do. Bro, why is it doing that now? Do I have to redo it to the ACES input transform? That's what it is. Yeah, okay. I thought I was losing my mind. Okay, let's go back and... Yeah, it just doesn't apply the input transform anymore. Here, ACSG, there we go. Look at this. Beautiful. Is that better up here? A little bit. Still might be a little bit too much, but I can live with it for this shot. Okay, I'm excited to see this shot. I think it'll be sick. But yeah, I will have this rendered out and might hop over to Discord afterwards. If you guys want to hop on over to the chat room or whatever, I might be there for just a little bit. I got to eat dinner in a little bit, but I love to chat. I want to start doing after Discord, or sorry, after streams, just hopping on over to the chat with you guys. So hop on over there. Again, Discord link is in the description of this live stream. We'd love to see some of you guys over there. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you guys later. Peace.